5, 6, 7. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? I'm Mappy. I'm the co-founder of Redefined Dance Company and also the founder and director of Solidified Project. So I started dancing in 2000. I started dancing in a community college, Mission College, and I started taking classes there. I was part of this class group or company called BNG Productions. I met some friends that was into freestyling. One of them, his name's Sunny, and Jardy Santiago, who is a house dancer. I was in their crew, and then the crew's name was Mystic Disciples. They're more freestyle-based crew. We did some choreography, but we did mostly freestyle. And then from that point, I took a class in San Francisco from this guy named Ronnie Reddick. And then after a few months of taking classes, he asked me to be part of his company called City Slam. And yeah, so that just kind of started everything for me, for dancing and getting exposed to, I would say, the professional dance. And then I joined a group called Culture Shock San Francisco at the time, which is now Culture Shock Oakland. And then from there I joined Mind Over Matter, which was directed by Alan Frias. And then from there I danced with Funkonometry San Francisco. What else? And then after Funkonometry San Francisco, a few of us started a team called Phoenix Dance Company. It was founded by Richter, Sean Smith, who's also, if you guys know, he's part of Beatsmiths. And then after Phoenix Dance Company, I started my own company called Solidified Project. And I also started a youth company called Redefined. No, I didn't always know I wanted to dance. I actually started as a musician. Back in high school, I was in a band. I was in a jazz band. I was also in orchestra. I didn't really have an inclination to dance until college. I didn't know I could dance. It was one of those things that I got exposed to, and I fell in love with it. I sucked in the beginning. I couldn't pick up an 8 count for the life of me. And you know, once I started feeling the progression, I couldn't stop dancing from that point. Like, I literally got better every time I went in the studio and took class. So it kind of ignited something. So I kept up with it, and since then I haven't stopped dancing. And that's been 12 years ago. I just want to give like a rundown of who was in the community when I first started, before I first started in the game. Like I mentioned, Mind Tricks was around, Chain Reaction, who is now New Origin, Mind Over Matter, Versatile Styles, 69 Degrees, Movement Per Minute, or MPM, 6, B-Side, New Style Motherload, Culture Shock Oakland, City Slam. I'm sure I'm forgetting some people or some groups, but yeah, all of the teams that I've seen and I've shared the stage with, they've had a big part of how I dance now, or they've impacted the community so much. So I just want to give those groups a big thanks. The dance scene back in the day and how it is now, I would say that the dance community back then was much different than how it is now. Energy-wise, I couldn't explain to you. It's just, it was amazing. It was pure. You could see from each crew their love for dance and their uniqueness about them. They were all unique. Crews like Mind Tricks was different from this crew, Chain Reaction or New Origin. They were different from Mind Over Matter, Culture Shock. Yeah, and there wasn't that much politics involved as compared to how it is now. Everybody just danced and showed their own uniqueness and style. But now, I think the dance crews, I think everybody needs to kind of learn history somehow, like find out what the teams were before, who the teams were before, because we have so many teams now, it's ridiculous. I can't even keep up anymore. There's so many new faces, so many new dancers that it's so hard to figure out who's dancing for who. And back then, if you were in the crew, that was your crew. Like, you didn't go anywhere else. And to be part of a crew or group, you had to be like brothers or super close with them. It was really hard to get into a dance group. Yeah, it's changed a little bit. Definitely the dance has changed. Now dance is a little bit more intricate. There's also a lot more musicality involved in it as opposed to counts back then. It was like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, you know, kind of thing. But now it's ridiculous. Some of the choreography that we learn or we come up with, you can't even count now. You just have to make the sounds. But it's changed so much, and I love seeing the evolution of dance here in the community in the Bay, because we definitely have our own style here compared to Southern California or somewhere in the East Coast or anywhere else. The Bay Area has a very unique style, and I love that, and I hope we continue to do that. The youth back then and now, I think back then hip-hop dancing wasn't as big or popular with the youth. Now there's so many kids that pick up on hip-hop dancing. I think because of what they see on television, what they see on YouTube, definitely inspires kids to like want to dance. Definitely, I think YouTube, since the birth of YouTube, it gave a lot of kids a chance to watch what's out there. So that really changed everything. But on the flip side, kids can pick up styles like nothing now. Like, they might not have the proper technique to doing the things that they watch on YouTube, but since it's so open and the resources there, you could, if you want to learn how to Dougie, you watch YouTube. If you want to learn how to pop or tut or house, you just go on YouTube and watch someone, you know, teach how to do those styles, and it's amazing. But I do encourage the kids to get in the classes and learn the fundamentals and the techniques of all these dance styles, as opposed to just watching on YouTube, because it's different. You can learn everything at home. You can learn a piece of choreography from someone else, but learning in class and doing it yourself is completely different. Hey!
Hey! Old school, right? This is Mappy's on here.
No, I threw this.
Mappy threw this.
This is one of the conventions I threw in 2007.
Hella long ago.
Yeah.
Before I even knew about any of these.
So let me just read off what's on here. Alan Frias, Seach, Gigi, Greg, Jardy, Jake Moore, Joe Larot, June Kamado, Krishan Rosalejos, Mari Martin, Pat Cruz, Yusuf Nasir. I don't think you can ever get these group of people in the same room.
Ever again.
Ever again. According to Greg Chapkis, there's a little over 250 dancers there. It's amazing. There's choreographers out there that can do this most simple move, but they're so effective. And that to me is dance, because it it's coming from somewhere, as opposed to you're just making up a move to fit a count or music. And you can when you see some piece of choreography and you're moved by it, that to me is dancing. There are a lot of choreography out there that's just counts. You're just seeing move, 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 and I'm not moved by it. You know, it's just moves put together. I like seeing things that have emotion behind it, even the most simple move. I think, for example, Sean Evaristo is amazing at that. Like, he could do something so simple, like hit a hand like this, and it's like, ah, how did he do that? Like, it's so amazing, right? I think people like that. My favorite choreographer, for example, is Jafar Smith. For me, his stuff is on musicality, like, and style. When I watch him dance, it's like he's so in the music, like what he just did to that piece of beat or music, it's what it's supposed to be. Because I couldn't imagine anything else but what he just did for that. How do I cope with my slumps? I go through it. I don't fight it. Yeah, because a lot of times when we're trying to be creative and you're in a slump, you kind of, I'm in a slump, I need to you know, do something, or I allow myself to go through it. Like, I give myself a break, I'll listen to something else, or I'll do other things. Luckily for me, I'm blessed that I get to do other things. So I'm gonna show you something. So this is, I don't know if that's too close. These are my tattoos, birds, and they represent what I love. So, no particular order. It's dance, photography, film, graphic design, and music. And the birds represent kind of like, let my passion kind of free, and no, I can't be held down, all that stuff. So when one thing gets to be overwhelming, like for example dance, I turn to photography. When photography gets to be too much, I go to music. You know, like I switch it up. To simplify things, for example, if I'm choreographing, when I'm stuck, I'll take a break. I'll take a break from doing what I'm doing, you know, and then get back into it. But when I'm in a slump, I just allow myself to go through it and not fight it, because when I fight it, the end product isn't what I want. What's my favorite thing about dance? I think is inspiring people. I think that's the biggest thing for me, because we express. That's the most common thing about the question, what do you like about dance, is expression. We like to express. I mean, for me, I express all day, every day because of what I do. I think for me, as far as dance, is inspiring people, inspiring kids, inspiring other dancers. When I teach class or when I perform, that's the biggest thing. Like, I want to do my best so someone in the audience can be inspired, like, ooh, I want to dance like him, or I want to dance like her, or, you know, I want to do that. Yeah, so I think that's the biggest thing for me, is inspiration. I was gonna say belt, watch out. I just saved your life. All right, final thoughts. I think for dance, my final thought is just dance. It might sound simple, but simplicity, it means so much. Like, when you just say just dance, I mean to say is just dance. No drama, nothing else. When you're in the studio, when you're performing, don't think about anything else but dance and the music. I think that's the most important part. Everything else outside of dance is icing on the cake. Your friends, the social things, the parties, the memories, that's all just icing on the cake. The thing is keep progressing, keep evolving. Whenever you feel stuck somewhere, or whenever you feel like you've stopped growing, find another way to grow somehow. Keep inspiring yourself, keep inspiring others. Live life.